anybody in this country who actually advised citizens that a second wave was around the corner? Did we preempt any of this, or did we just think that sab kuch is country mein वैसे ही चलेगा because it's business as usual? Dr. Anand Ranganath.
Yeah, good evening, Navika. You know, there is a hypocrisy wave on, and politicians, all politicians, are refusing to get vaccinated. You know, any public gathering, social, political, religious, is a potential super spreader event during a viral wave and should be banned, period. But while I call for an across-the-board banning of these events, what I find inexplicable is that those calling for a ban on Kumbh Mela, for example, are totally silent on farmer protest gatherings and the Sar Tan Se Juda rallies, like the one that happened in Bareilly a few days ago, where lakhs congregated asking for the head of the Hindu priest. The Congress that wanted political rallies banned just held one yesterday of Rahul Gandhi in Bengal. Shiv Sena, as you said, held a huge rally in Maharashtra yesterday. No one is observing COVID norms in these gatherings. It's crazy. Now let me specifically address Kumbh, Navika, because the media is focusing on it. As I said, it should have been banned. A negative COVID report for entry means nothing because an RT-PCR test has a 20% false negative rate. So if, for example, 2 lakh people are found to be COVID negative and COVID prevalence rate is say 10%, we'll have 4,000 COVID positive pilgrims in the gathering. And that is exactly what is seen. Yesterday, 1,100 people tested COVID positive at Kumbh. To those who say this is alarmism and scaremongering, as those states with no elections like Maharashtra and Delhi have much more COVID positives than those states with elections like Bengal and Kerala and Tamil Nadu, let me provide a few logical explanations for this supposed anomaly. Number one, this could be because testing numbers in election states are much less than non-election states. For example, Maharashtra tested 2.5 lakh people yesterday. Bengal, 43,000. Kerala, 65,000. The more you test, the more positives you find. Number two, compare each state not with other states, but rather with its own first wave numbers. And you will see that the numbers are rising alarmingly everywhere. Election as well as non-election states. Tamil Nadu and Bengal, for example, are nearing already 100% to their highest level in the first wave. And we are just beginning the second wave. The virus became entrenched in every state and has entered the second wave in its cycle. Maharashtra and Delhi were comparatively very high to begin with. Number three, with low virus reservoir in election states, rapid vaccination compared to non-election states would further lower the comparative numbers. So please don't get careless thinking cases are only rising in Maharashtra and Delhi and not in Bengal and Kerala and Tamil Nadu. They are rising everywhere. Mask up, adhere to COVID norms, Dr. Trehan says, and vaccinate yourself to save your life and that of your loved ones.